Hello and welcome to this pick a card reading. So this is a pick a card reading with a difference. These cards represent the dark side of your life, the light side of your life, and the way forward. So choose a card that connects with you the most. You might also want to choose one that you feel most resistant to watch afterwards. And all of the timestamps are down below. So I'll see you on your reading. Hello and welcome back to those who've chosen pile number 1. So your dark card, your shadow card, okay, is the dark side of your life, maybe of your personality, the things that are maybe in your way or blocking you, or things that you've been triggered by, all of these things, okay, is this card here, which says Alchemy Cirque. Probably doesn't mean anything to you, it doesn't mean much to me, to be fair, but when I look at this image here, I'm very, very drawn to this lion, okay? And if you look closely, I don't know if you can see, but his eyes are like really like bright yellow. The red around the outside. He doesn't look very happy, he looks very angry, okay? And she is very cautious. Okay, she's got her hand out where she's giving some petals to someone or something, and then she's got a whole other bunch of, you know, flowers or fruits and things like that. She's keeping them to herself. Okay, and what I get from this is a sense of mistrust. Okay, it's a sense that you don't trust something or someone. Okay, so someone has betrayed your trust, or something has happened in your life so that to make you feel like you can't trust either the situation or a person, or a company, or even yourself. Okay, so it might even have impacted you that much that you don't now trust yourself, and you don't trust who you, I don't know, like certain something's happened in your life where you used to be so open and trusting, and you used to be able to give all of this like freely without any sense of, oh, I can, you know, I can't trust this person. So you used to give freely and easily, and you never used to question anything, and used to give people the benefit of the doubt, and, you know, maybe a people pleaser, maybe, you know, really open-hearted, really kind, really compassionate, all of the things that are brilliant about you. However, someone has betrayed your trust that you thought you could trust, or some situation has happened and now you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have trusted that. Maybe I need to question myself more. Maybe I need to listen to myself more. And maybe I should only give what I can. So this is like, you know, a little handful rather than a whole plate. So maybe in future I should only give what I can, okay? Or give what I feel to, and only give a little bit at a time rather than the whole plate all at once, okay? Because I need to test the water. I need to see whether this person or this situation can be trusted, all right? I am drawn to the armadillos here, right? And I don't know if you remember, probably a lot of people don't know this, but there used to be an advert about Dime bars, which is, you know, chocolate here. I don't know if you can get it everywhere, but it's a chocolate bar here, and they used to advertise it as you know, they used to have this armadillo as the advert, and they used to say something like hard on the outside, no, soft on the outside, crunchy in the middle, or something like that. And they used to say it was like an armadillo. So it just reminds me of like how you've gone from being really soft on the inside and on the outside, I guess, but you're now kind of putting up that protection of that hardness, like on the outside maybe. You've still got that softness inside, but you're maybe protecting yourself, which goes really well with the next card, okay? And just seeing if there's anything else on here. I keep hearing the word the ship has sailed, because there's a ship in the background, is, you know, very obvious, like that ship has sailed. So it's like maybe you've given a chance to someone and they're trying to maybe have another chance with you, and you're kind of like, nope, your ship has sailed, something like that. But yeah, I'm very drawn also to the lion and his eyes and how angry he is. This situation's really made you angry and, you know, like I say, mistrusting of a situation. Okay, so that's the dark side. That's the shadow area of your life at the moment, the shadow side of you that's being brought to the surface. The light side is protection. Okay, now what did I say? You're putting your guards up, you're maybe protecting yourself, which is, you know, a healthy thing to do. Do also know that you are being protected by the universe, by God, by angels, by whoever you believe in. From a higher power perspective, you're always protected. Okay, these situations come into your life to show you where to maybe have some boundaries, where to maybe set some conditions, maybe to where to protect yourself, where to be mindful of, you know, how much you give, or how much time you give, or how much energy you give, or, you know, those things. So these situations are shown to you to help you with that. So you're always protected in that sense. You're also always protected with, you know, when these things happen, there will be things in place to help you along your way and support you. Okay, you have your own protection within you as well. You have your own protection guardian within you. That is the side that automatically puts the barriers up, right? And automatically your higher self comes in and it says, I need to do this for myself now. And that leads perfectly onto the next card. I love how these all lead on really well. A way forward. Okay, so a way forward with this. Number 9 is about letting go. So let go of anything that you have that has caused you to feel this way. So whether that's physically let go of people, of situations, or whether it's just let go of the resentment that you hold with regards to this. Let go of the anger. Let go of anything that you're maybe reacting with. Okay, it's good to feel the anger, it's good to feel the resentment and just, you know, allow it to be there, but don't react from a place of it, because that then puts you in a shadow aspect of yourself rather than the light aspect of yourself and the higher self version of you. Okay, that's from more of an ego place rather than a heart place. So let go of anything that is making you a worse person, or, you know, the same as them, I guess, and step into a place of power, empowerment, but in a good place, not a, you know, I'm powerful, I'm, you know, better than you, not that, but more of an empowered place. So, you know, I now have boundaries, I know my value, I know my worth, you know, and you are not going to overstep my boundaries anymore. It's to know how strong you are as well. So in the eye of the storm, so this is storm fields. Okay, so in the eye of the storm, it's a calm place. If you would stand in the middle of this, it's actually really calm. And if you look closely, there's a house there, and that house, to me, I mean, it might blow away, but to me, it looks like this would just blow over. This storm would just blow over and the house would still stand. And that's you. Okay, so that's to remind yourself that you are strong no matter what. You can withstand any storm. Nothing's going to break you. I actually got told a analogy the other day of like water being emotions and like waves crashing up against a mountain, and that you are the mountain. And it really helped me, because every time I found I was getting overwhelmed by my emotions, I thought of the waves being the emotions, and I was the mountain. I was actually really, really stable in that, and I was really secure in that, and I wasn't going anywhere. And no matter how much those waves crashed against me, I was still there. And it's the same with this house, the storm. Okay, so imagine, you know, either the water and the mountain, or the storm and the house. If that helps you to, you know, whenever you get overwhelmed with emotions because of this, just remember those as like a visualization and feel into that. You know, I am the mountain, I am secure, I am stable, and I have that strength there. Okay, so all these emotions can wash over me. I can feel them, because the mountain will feel them, you know, and that's normal. You're human, feel them, but just let them pass, let them crash by, let them move away. Okay, and you're still there, you're still stable. So I hope that helps. Let me know, people who chose pile number 1, and yeah, and I hope you have a wonderful day. See you later, bye. Hello and welcome to those who chose pile number 2. So we're going to discuss what your dark side, or what your shadow side of you is up to the surface at the moment, or what is very present in your life. And then we're going to talk about the light side, the good side, okay? And then we're going to talk about a way to move forward, okay? So did get a little stuck on the first card, if I'm honest. It took me a while to kind of realise what this was about, and I had to have a little sneak peek in the book. I didn't read the whole lot because as soon as I saw the word I was looking for, it just completely resonated. So yeah, it came to me straight away. So the first card we have is Minotaur. And if you can see here, it's a bit, yeah, it's very dark. This is actually from my Deep, Dark and Dangerous deck. So I think people who know me probably like, what the hell? This is not Leanne at all. But we all have those dark sides of us. We all have the shadow sides of us that we need to look at sometimes, okay? So you've got a Minotaur here. And then you've got a lady in a wedding dress, and she's got all blood on her. It's not nice at all, so I apologise if you're a bit squeamish. But yeah, I was very confused with this. And yeah, I don't think this is something you'll be aware of, something you might have thought of, because it kind of represented that. It was like something that isn't at the forefront of your mind, so something that's deep, like very deep down. And this is a shadow of sacrifice. Okay, so there is a side to you which may be coming up at the moment or might be in the future, where it will make you believe that you have to sacrifice things that you love doing, certain people that you love, certain ways of being. You have to sacrifice those to be able to get something that you want. Okay, there's a part of you that believes you can't have both. This is a lie, okay, but it's something that you have created as a belief in, you know, you've probably been conditioned to believe that from events that have happened in your life, whether that was childhood or whether that was, you know, things that have happened along the way. But there's this condition that's there's this belief that's been conditioned in you that, you know, I always have to sacrifice myself, or I always have to sacrifice things, and it could be for other people, okay, or it could be to just have a peaceful life and a stress-free life. I have to sacrifice things. And I'm getting the word passion, so it could be that someone has, or something has made you feel like you can't actually have what you're passionate about. You can't do what you're passionate about. You can't be who you want to be, because that means sacrificing something big. That means sacrificing a part of you. It's almost like this woman has, you know, she's got to her wedding day, she's really happy, she's always wanted to get married, and then something dark comes along and says, no, you can't have that, and they put a bag over her head. It sounds awful, doesn't it? And, you know, they I don't know why she's bleeding, but yeah, they don't do very nice things. And, you know, she then doesn't get to get married, and she's sad, and, you know, so she doesn't get to have that day. I've just got shivers. Oh, it's horrible. She doesn't get to have that day, you know, because, I don't know, for some reason, she doesn't believe it. She doesn't believe she can have it. So this is your shadow side coming up. So let me know if that resonates in any way, okay? Now, the light side, the light part of your story is trust your path. And it says here, if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So this is to challenge that belief, okay? This is to ask yourself, if for some reason this is not true, right, and I am making this up in my head, to be fair, most of the time we are, what would I do? What would I choose to do? And I think this is about getting clear, and it is actually, because the next card says about that. So this is about getting really clear on what exactly you really, really want for yourself. Because I think that's another thing. Sometimes we're not 100% clear on what we want, which doesn't help. You know, are you someone who really does actually want to get married, even though you've been telling yourself, no, I don't, because I don't believe I can have it, right? Are you someone who really wants to go travelling, who really wants to start their own business, who really wants to join a dance class, wants to stand on stage and share their story, wants to write a book, wants to start gardening, I don't know, could be as little as that, you know, but you've maybe been telling yourself, well, there's no point in doing it because I have to sacrifice this, I have to sacrifice that, I can't do it, you know, I'm not good enough, whatever it is. I have to sacrifice a part of me, like you know, I can't get a babysitter, whatever it is, right? You're stopping yourself, you're putting those blocks in the way because of this dark shadow side of you that does not belong there. Okay, so ask yourself, what would I do if there were no blocks in the way, if there were no sacrifices, if someone did not tell me that I had to sacrifice something? What would I do? Okay, so get really clear on that. The next one is how to move forward with this. It's basically the same. I've basically just told you in that one, but it says details, and it was upside down. So that's why I've done that. So it was upside down. But the reason why it was upside down is because when you turn this card upside down, it actually says clarity. I don't know if it's the same on here, but to me, it says clarity the right way up. Right, and it says important notes. If that was this way, that would be it. That wouldn't actually say that. It says clarity upside down. So I think the main message of this is getting clarity on what you actually want to do and what you have to do to make those, to start those wheels in motion, to make those wheels start moving. Okay, so you really do need to get clarity, and you need to just give yourself a bit tough love and be like, stop telling yourself lies. Because you don't need to sacrifice anything. For the right thing, that for you to be on your right path, trust your path, there'll be no sacrifices. There'll be nothing bad that's going to happen to you. That's just fear, and that fear needs to move out of the way. Okay? So I hope that helps. That is your reading for pile number 2. I hope it supports you well. Let me know in the comments if it if it did ring true, and I will see you on the next reading. Bye. Hello and welcome to those who have chosen pile number 3. So we're going to be talking about what dark sides or shadow sides of your life are present at the moment, whether that's internally or externally in your life. We're going to be talking about the light side of your life and the good things, and then we're going to be talking about the way forward. Okay, so I'm using my Deep, Dark and Dangerous Oracle for the Dark card. There's been some not very nice images on these cards, I must admit, especially if you saw number 2. And even this one's a little bit scary. So the first card we have is Fear. That says poosh. I don't know what that means, but fear. Okay. And if you see here, you've got like a scary kind of, to me it looks like a feminine energy, but like a dark feminine energy, like a skeleton, someone who is from the past, and you've got a child here. So young lady here. I don't know how old she would be, maybe sort of like 10 or something like that. But what this says to me straight away is that someone who influenced you a lot when you were younger still has a hold on you and still creates that fear within you. Okay, so if you and actually I'm getting like so much of like I'm being shown the throat, and I'm being shown voice, and almost like this young girl here has been silenced. So there's a lot around your voice and what you can and can't express, and what you can and can't say, and how it affects you speaking your truth, and what you're scared to say, what you're scared to express. And that's because of this old energy. Okay, this may be a physical person that treated you a bad way. I'm getting a teacher, a parent, maybe even a grandparent, but someone in authority. Okay, so someone who had authority over you, and they influenced the way that you the things that you do, the things that you say. They did silence you. Okay, and they made you feel like you couldn't actually be yourself and you couldn't actually express yourself. And that has actually had such an impact on the way that you live your life now, on the way that you treat other people, on the way that you you can't actually move forward with certain things because you can't say what you want to say or do what you want to do. And it's very sad, actually. I feel really sad for you if that's the case. you may have found, you know, ways to maneuver around this. You may have started to build your confidence. So those who kind of say, oh no, it's not really affecting me that much, you may have found ways to move forward and to speak up, and you started growing your confidence. But there's still certain areas that you'll find, and they may crop up in the next sort of month, I'd say, where you'll realise and you'll be like, no, that's where it gets me. Okay, that's where the fear sets in. That's where that person, or you know, that energy creeps back in and makes me kind of silence myself, or I can't express myself in the way that I want to. So you may be aware of that, or start to be aware of that. Okay, so the light side is align your life. Now this is to remind you that you are not that child anymore, that you are not in that situation anymore, that you actually have, you know, you've outgrown this energy. You've got your own life, you've been through your own experiences, and hopefully realise that, you know, they don't have control over me anymore. Why am I letting them still have that power over me? And it's interesting because I've got like a list of like chakras, and I've got everything they mean like in front of me, and I'm instantly drawn to the throat chakra and speaking your truth. So you can speak your truth. There is a part of you that is much more evolved and more aware and capable than you realise. Okay, so yeah, this is just to make you aware that you've got that higher power within you, and you've outgrown this energy, and you've done so many things in your life that you probably didn't even like realise that you've done, and you know, you not realise that you're capable of these things. But if you look back, which we'll go on to on the next card, if you look back, you'll realise that actually they don't have that control over me. I'm an adult now. I can do what I want. I can say what I want. I have free will, you know. And also to remember that whatever they did, whatever they said, however they were around you, was because someone else had that power over them. Okay? Apologies if you can hear that noise. But yeah, someone else had that power over them. They weren't aware like you are. Okay? They couldn't change their path. They couldn't break that chain, but you actually have an opportunity to do that. So, you know, it says, what is no longer in alignment with who you truly are, they aren't, or their energy isn't. So just make yourself aware of that. Okay? And then the next card we have to how to move forward with this is metamorphosis. So this is about transformation. This is about looking at where you have transformed your life, how this has actually helped you to not be the same as them. Okay, so look at the areas in your life where you've learned from this situation. Look at the blessings in it. Okay, so how have I learned not to be that person? Am I the same with my children? Am I the same with other people? Has this helped me to become a better person? So look at those, but also look at what you've managed to do in your life and what you've managed to overcome. So anytime you don't believe that you're capable of saying something or doing something, just look back on your life and realise what you've done and what you've achieved. Okay, because this will give you that little bit of confidence, that little boost, and make you think, actually I am capable of doing that. And just give it a little try, you know, dip your toe in the water. If you want to speak at an event or something and you're like, oh no, I'm too scared, I can't say that, I can't possibly do that because this person will, you know, judge me, or, you know, I will be punished or whatever you're telling yourself. And I know I'm not laughing about this because it's very true for you and I don't want to invalidate the way you feel. But maybe if you try and just test the water and just see what happens, it might give you that little bit of confidence. Okay, so start to kind of look at these things and start to move, just dip your toe in, okay, and try these things. Anyway, I feel like I'm repeating myself. So that is your reading for part number 3. I hope it supports you, hope it helps you, and I will see you on the next reading. See you later, bye.